Hello everyone, this is Zach at the Foundry. I wanted to make just a quick tutorial on how to use the Foundry's task management system through Trello for the Scouts. So let's get started. When you first go onto Trello.com, you might be directed to this home page, which you can get to from this home button right here, or you might just be seeing the most recent board that you visited, which might be your team's board. So regardless, if you start at the home page, you can just select your team's board, say Team Dragon for example, and this is your board full of all of your tasks that you need to do, that you're currently doing, that you have done, or that you're stuck on. And everybody within the Foundry community can actually view all of the other tasks that are going on, just so if we need some help across teams or across bands, or just if you need anybody from the FLT, scout managers, etc., to see or understand or follow tasks, we all have that visibility, which is super handy. So the main way that Trello works is that there are these columns, these lists within a board that these task cards live on. So over here on the left, we have just our general task lists. These are tasks that have been assigned to Team Dragon, and it looks like people have assigned themselves to a task already, which is awesome. And whenever you are looking for tasks that you need to do, you'll see first and foremost they are sorted into your bands. Yes in red, we in orange, and C in yellow. If you're not seeing these names on the tags, on the labels, you might just need to click on the label bubbles themselves and they should appear. So if you start a task, you've taken it on, you've started working on it, you can move that task to the doing column and ultimately maybe to the done column once you finish it. Or you could move it to the stuck column if there's something that is preventing you from finishing the task. So we'll move it back over here, but just in general, that's how you go about moving around your tasks and interfacing with those lists on your board, those columns in general. So if we go into a task here, you can see there's a bunch of stuff that we can check out here. There's a description. So whenever we make tasks, we try to add as much detail as possible so that everybody's super clear on what exactly needs to be done. You might see a checklist that we can add, for example, that we can just give it a couple items here that you could check off as you go. And there's this nice little progress bar across the top, just to kind of help you keep track of how far along the task is. So I'll just delete this for now. That was just an example. You'll see also at the top the members who have been assigned to it. So you can add yourself to a task once you start taking it on with this little plus button right here. There's also the due date up here. And finally, if there's any activity on this task itself, we want to make sure we can communicate that in comments. So I might leave a comment on here. I'll just say example comment for now, but I would write status updates on anything that I've done on this task, or if I need help or whatever, just to make sure that everybody's in good communication about what's going on with that task. So I'll just delete that for now. But once you make a comment, you'll notice that you are automatically following this card as well. There's a little box that showed up that said watch or watch this card for updates. It's automatically checked here. You'll get updates on any changes that get made to this task. You'll also see over here that we can add attachments or cover images to the card if there's anything else that needs to be conveyed about the task. So I can link to Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever. I can upload files straight from my computer. Similar with the cover image, it just lets you upload an image to a task card to provide a little bit more visibility as to what the task is all about. You can see this task card over here actually has a cover image. The thing with the creating tessellations out of the orientation half cubes, that might be a little bit hard to understand. So they've added this cover image so that it's a little easier to visualize what the task is doing. So we can also see within the list themselves all the due dates for the tasks, and it should sort primarily by the bands, secondarily by any kind of additional tags that we've added, like marketing, and then also by the due dates. So usually a higher due date, a closer due date will have a closer priority, but we also try to communicate priority in the tasks through these little numbers to the left of the title. So a number 1 would be top priority, need to get this task done super soon. And you'll see on the due date, it actually starts highlighting that whenever we get closer to the due date. And if it is past due, it'll show up in red, but all of these are in done, so we don't need to worry about that. So yeah, that's the basics of using Trello as a scout. And if you all have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching.